As a speaker and coach, have you ever felt off before you go into a sales conversation knowing that you would have to pitch? You go into that call, you go through their stuff, understand their pain points, and when it's time, you rush the pitch. And before you know it, the deal is off, you lower your price, or you end up in a chasing cycle. You see, I absolutely get it. It might feel like you're being a salesperson rather than the coach or the transformational person you are destined to be or you want to be, right? But you know that sales call really work, right? That's how you have been selling so far. Your coaching program, it's been working great. But have you ever wondered why sales calls actually work? Right, so today I'm going to share with you this aha moment that I got when I attended one of the 5-day challenges by Dan Henry, right? And this challenge was called Close More Deals Challenge. And at the time, Dan Henry was teaching people how to close prospects on sales calls. And let me tell you this, like, big shout out to him. He's one of the best one-on-one closers that you will ever meet. And you get on a call with him, you're going to pay him money. Okay, so let me share with you what happened during this challenge of his, right? And his challenge, the whole agenda of this 5-day challenge was to help his prospects or the attendees who were attending the challenge to close more deals, like just like the name suggests. Now, if you do not know what a challenge is, it's like a virtual event that happens inside of a Zoom room, right? And for 1 hour, the coach who is hosting the challenge goes ahead and does the trainings, and after the training is complete for an hour, then they dedicate another hour to answer the questions of the people that they are getting for the day, right? And they do it every single day for 5 days straight. Okay, so this is a 5-day challenge. Now, inside of the Dan Henry's challenge, what he did was on day 2 he shared this amazing method of booking calls immediately, right? Now, this method, now all rights reserved to him. He is the creator of this whole thing. I'm just going to share what I learned over here. So again, I'm going to drop the link of his program. Go ahead and join his program. Huge shout out, he's the best guy in the world. Okay, so having said that, let me share that method with you. Now, this method is called the phantom post, right? But what do I mean by a phantom post is that what he did, he asked the attendees of the challenge who were coaches to go ahead and make a post on their Facebook or Instagram, a very simple post by saying, hey, I'm going to be creating a training on this particular topic or on the subject matter, and if you want the whole training for free, then go ahead and comment me, or comment like anything, any word, right? Now, the topic of the training was, if that was very enticing, people would go ahead and comment me, I want the training for free, right? Now, for every person who made a comment, what the coach would do is go ahead and send them a text message saying, hey, I just saw your comment on this post saying that you wanted a free training that we are going to make on this particular topic. I just want to make the training very valuable for you. What would do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions to see what really is it that you're looking to be solved through the training? And people would say yes, because I mean, anybody would want the problems to be solved. So when they say yes, what this guy would do, like the coach would do, is simply go ahead and go with a series of questions and ask people for two things, like really to dig the pain point out from that particular prospect who commented. And the second thing is, what is it costing the other person or the prospect to keep the problem with them? So for example, if this coach is a lead coach who is an expert in getting leads, he would simply ask the person like, hey, how many what is a lead worth to you, right? If a lead worth to you is $2,000, how many leads you are getting right now, and how many leads you want to get, right? So for example, if the difference is 10 leads a month, so when he would ask like, if you so if one lead costs you like $2,000 is the worth of one lead for you, and if you're in a lack of 10 leads, then it's costing you $20,000, right? If my math is correct, yes, $20,000, right? So you're losing $20,000 every single month just because you do not know how to get leads properly. They would say yes. Okay, I mean, I think I can help you solve this, just like we helped this person solve this particular problem. Would you mind if we jump on a quick conversation to see like what really can help you with this, right? So they're gonna say yes, and then that's how they booked calls, right? When they booked the calls, they would go ahead and have a conversation and then close the deal over there. And that is exactly how a few people closed $5,000, $10,000 deals during the 5-day challenge. You see, by the end of the 5-day challenge, Dan Henry presented an offer worth of $60,000, like $60,000. Now, there were around 192 people who were present inside of that challenge, like who were attending the challenge. And this was a paid challenge. They paid a lot of money to be there, and I was there as well. And out of those 192 people, a couple of weeks later, Dan Henry posted a story saying that he made around 1.7 million or something from that particular 5-day challenge. And I was like absolutely amazed. So I did the math. It came around 20 to 25 people. I might be off, so please do not put me off in the math. Okay, I'm very weak in that. So 20 to 25 people made a decision to buy a $60,000 offer. Now, I was absolutely amazed. Like, we could sell a $60,000 offer through a challenge. I knew it before. However, like, he really dived in on the one thing that sold people on that program, right? And when I did a podcast with him, he shared that thing. And you can go ahead and watch the podcast. I did one with Dan Henry a while ago. You can go ahead and watch this, and over there he dives in deeper on that particular concept. But he shared this, that the only thing that sells people is a conversation, right? Now I'm talking about high ticket premium value offers. What sells people is having a conversation. You see, let's just take an example of a sales call, right? In a sales call, the prospect has a conversation with the salesperson to just tell him this one thing: when he makes the decision to buy, he's not losing all the money that he is investing. Okay, so if the conversation is what sells the people, then what are the other ways to have conversations? You see, webinars, email marketing, content, all of these are form of putting out value, right? All of these sells. However, the however, it is just one way communication. It's not a conversation. You get on a conversation with your prospect when you get on a call with them, right? That is why sales calls really work. You get to ask a few questions with the other person gets to ask you a few questions, right? And the more conversation you have with a particular person, you will get better sales. Now you would have seen, let me just if you recall all the closes that you have done to this date for any of your coaching programs or your services, like you would see, you would know that you had more conversation with the person who paid you money than the other person who didn't buy, right? Let it be on a chat, let it be on a call, let it be in any place. If a person is dedicating a lot of time with you, the more time he spends with a conversation in having a conversation with you, the more money they are going to spend with you. As simple as that. So how can you sell your coaching programs effortlessly without having to invest a lot of time? You see, when you will be trying to scale your sales calls, like, yes, sales calls are working, you get on 5 calls, you're closing one at $5,000. Wow, that is amazing math. But you are again having to invest time inside of that. You have to invest like 45 minutes on a conversation and then make a decision if they are going to buy or not, right? So if you're looking to scale that to 1,000 sales in the coaching program, you would have to invest more than like how many hours, right, inside of that. So it's not humanly possible. But you see, Dan Henry proved that 5-day challenges or virtual events can help you have more conversation with people in a record time. So you see, rather than having more and more conversation one on one with people, what he did was, like, he brought people inside of a 5-day challenge, and then inside of the 5-day challenge 192 people were present, and they were given a chance to go ahead and ask questions in the platinum room, or the Q&A session after the training for each day. Now they are spending 1 hour in getting the answers to their questions, for like that they had on that particular day. Now imagine how much time they're spending with you, like 5 hours in just having a conversation with you, right? So now note that one of the best parts over here is that you do not do it one on one, right? It's in a group format. When it's in a group format, you have like 192 people seeing you answer the questions, of the people that are asking the questions, right? So when you do that, you don't only prove that you are a credible person, you have the authority, you have the knowledge, and you have the proof to prove the work that you have already done, but at the same time, it eases them up because you are being able to answer the questions for people, right? That makes sales easier. Like premium value offers, like he sold a $60,000 offer. We have personally sold $70,000 offer worth of program as well, like one single program worth $70,000 inside of a 5-day challenge. So that is how simple it is. That is how simple challenges works, right? And that is why conversations really sell in the mass scale manner. Okay, so if you think like challenges are so powerful, now you know how powerful challenges are. Let me ask you this question, right? When are you doing yours?